We got clearance in there, but it's pretty tight, so I'm actually taking this sophisticated tool and actually pulling the fender out slightly just to clearance that tire. Don't try this at home.
One of the automotive-themed reality TV shows that people love dearly and can't stay without watching is Overhaulin. The show spanned for over 16 years while rebooted thrice within those years. The saying that no one can be replaced is false, after all, because viewers eventually moved on after the show came to a permanent break after airing in the early 2000s. One of the cast members of Velocity's reality television series that melted the hearts of viewers with his expertise and personality is Chip Foose. Man would have achieved a lot more than he did, but the network couldn't help but give the series a break after it hibernated for a few years. Overhaulin first debuted on the TLC network from 2004 to 2006. Discovery Channel's Velocity rebooted the series in 2008 and canceled it after airing a season. The show then came back in 2012 and did 4 seasons for its viewers at home before going on a break in 2015, and in 2019, the show was aired again before coming to a permanent end in 2020. Is it safe to say the show has come to a permanent end considering the number of breaks the series and show producers had to give the viewers? We will leave that to you to answer. Only a few men in the automotive world have been given the opportunity to showcase their skills through reality TV shows, and Chip Foose is one of those few. It's safe to say Chip gave Overhaulin the desired fame it deserves with his exceptional skills. Before we go full into details about what really happened to Chip Foose, let's take it back a bit to know Chip Foose better, shall we?
If you come to Foose Design or Overhaulin, then what I want to do is find that dream and make it a reality, but make it better than you ever thought it would be.
There are many talented automotive designers in the street rotting away, but thanks to Velocity, who gave us the privilege to watch the talent of Chip Foose, his skills are overwhelming to the extent that some of his iconic car designs were featured in the box office hit movies such as Pixar's Cars, Blade Runner, and Gone in 60 Seconds. Foose grew up loving automobiles. He began working on cars at the age of 7 at his father's company, Project Design, in California. Chip Foose has those who inspired him just like his father did. He also took inspiration from Ford and Preston Tucker designer Alex Tremulous to attend the Art Center College of Design in 1982. His education wasn't going to be as smooth as perceived due to financial constraints, and 2 years after, he dropped out of school. Instead of giving up, Chip Foose went to search for work, and after 4 years of working at Clinic Coachworks, he returned to the Art Center to complete his education. After his graduation in 1990, Foose went on to work as a full-time employee for Sterenberger Design and as a part-time employee for Boyd Coddington, the hot rod veteran. Many who know who Boyd Coddington is will understand where Chip Foose got his exceptional automotive design skills. It's understandable that he learned from his father and also attended a school to help him learn better, but working with Boyd Coddington definitely has to be the miraculous turning point of his career. Boyd Coddington has made many great men in the automotive industry. He's dead now, but his students are all over the world making exploits. Chip Foose isn't any different. In 1993, Chip Foose left Sterenberger Design to work at J. Mays Ford, but Boyd Coddington convinced him to work for him as a full-time employee instead, and that changed everything. Foose was able to learn the ropes quickly under his boss, and in no time, he became the president of Coddington's company, Hot Rods by Boyd. While working for Boyd Coddington, Chip Foose produced many great creations, such as Boydster and Boydster 2. During his exploits as the president of Hot Rods by Boyd, Hot Rods filed bankruptcy due to the failure of Boyd's wheels. Chip had to leave his position as the president to start his own automotive design company with his wife, Lynn. Chip first set up a company in Orange, California, where, as his first project car, he rebuilt Boydster 2 for Chuck Vatos as the 0032 Roadster, which went on to win America's Most Beautiful Roadster trophy. By 2000, Foose had established Foose Design in Huntington Beach, California, with the help of his previous colleagues, who he employed after Boyd's Coddington filed bankruptcy. In an interview back in 2006, Foose said Coddington hadn't been talking to him because he employed his previous workers. Foose stated, "Boyd has chosen not to have any relations with me since I stopped working at his shop." Foose has been making impeccable designs, and in 2003, he gained more exposure as a result of a TLC documentary on his design and creation of a modified 2002 Ford Thunderbird called Speedbird and Ron Whiteside's 2003 Riddler-winning 34-3 window. In 2004, TLC reached an agreement with him to feature in Overhaulin as the star. Although Foose wasn't the only cast on the show, the Overhaulin series had a number of hosts who helped Chip present the show each episode over the years, including Chris Jacobs, who was with the show from the first season and would always return each time the show was rebooted. Other co-hosts are Jesse Combs from 2012 to 2013, Courtney Hanson 2004 to 2005, Adrienne Janik 2005 to 2008, and Ariane Celeste 2013 to 2015. Similarly, the show has some crew Foose calls the A-Team, who supports him. Among the A-Team are Mark Oja, Ian Van Scoik, Andrea Samogi, and Richard Waiters, along with Scratch and Andy Stapp, who were both with him from the start of the show. The show's basis is overhauling a car and redesigning it to become more appealing and also pranking the car owners. I believe this unique approach to automotive design made Overhaulin one of the most followed reality TV shows. Members from the BCI Communications production company would review thousands of submissions from which they chose someone's car to be overhauled by Chip Foose and his A-Team. The prank stage works in such a way that the insiders prank the selected car owner to ensure that the car would be without interruption. At times, they tell the car owner that it was stolen, lost, or impounded by the police, but culminating when all of them would reveal a newly restored or customized car to the owner after a week. The comedic scenarios of the show made it one of the best since it debuted. In 2007, Chip Foose, under his company Foose Design, released a notice that they had terminated all licensing and all business activities with Texas-based Unique Performance Concepts, and related companies. What played out during what seemed to be Chip Foose's legal trouble is that when Chip inked a deal with Unique, they had already accepted deposit money for the cars from the clients, expecting to receive Chip's exclusive design. When the clients failed to receive designs, they filed lawsuits not only against Unique Performance, but also against Foose Design. All the money Foose earned from hosting Overhaulin on Velocity was spent on legal fees from the lawsuits. His company tried to work something with Unique Performance, but being a shady company, the deal didn't fall through. Law enforcement agents later raided the Mustang ranch owned by Unique Performance, as they were tipped off that cars had fake VIN plates and some numbers were scraped off. Law enforcement agents found 61 vintage cars in a state of restoration, and it was later disclosed that Unique Performance received over $7 million as a deposit from the customers. Amidst the lawsuits and all, Chip Foose enjoys philanthropic acts. He serves as the vice chairman of the Progeria Research Foundation's California chapter. Foose lost his younger sister, who died of Hutchinson-Gilford progeria syndrome. He has since then taken part in numerous children's charities like Child Help and Victory Junction Gang Camp. Losing one's family member to the cold hands of death can be disheartening. Chip Foose has since then consoled himself by helping children in dire support by funding, raising awareness, crowdfunding, and visiting them in the hospital. Chip Foose is a television personality, businessman, automotive designer, and fabricator who's worth around $18.5 million even after his lawsuits. This shows he's doing well financially after the lawsuit and cutting ties with his shady business partners. Chip's brilliance shouldn't go unnoticed, don't you think? Aside from that, his crafts are well recognized around the world because he designed Eleanor in Gone in 60 Seconds, and I think everyone should recognize that car whenever and wherever they see it. In November 1997, Chip Foose became the youngest person to be included in the Hot Rod Hall of Fame. He also was inducted into the Darryl Starbird Rod and Custom Car Museum Hall of Fame in 2002, the Grand National Roadster Show Hall of Fame in 2003, the Detroit Autorama Circle of Champions Hall of Fame in 2012, and the San Francisco Rod and Custom Motorcycle Hall of Fame in 2005. Additionally, he bagged the Riddler Award in 2002, 2003, 2005, and 2015 respectively. He also bagged the Most Beautiful Roadster Award in 1995, 1996, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2003, 2006, and 2015. It's important to note that some of the cars were designed by Chip Foose but completed by other car builders. In addition to his previous awards, Chip also bagged the Good Guy Street Rod of the Year Award in the years 1990, 1991, 1995, 1997, 1999, 2001, and 2010. The Diecast Hall of Fame inductee 2009, the Best Hot Rod at Bill Sport Performance Show 2011, and the Best Custom Car 1954 Chevrolet Cool Air NACE Expo 2014. Chip Foose is arguably the best automotive designer the world has seen, and we sincerely wish for him to return back to screen in anticipation that Velocity's Overhaulin will be rebooted as they did years ago. Or what do you think?